thank you again for subscribing to my email list. And I want to share something with you. I'm not saying that everybody in this list and this is in this category, but a majority of you I've seen comment on my posts, like my posts, or whatever. And there's one thing we all have in common. We hate our jobs. We hate them with a passion. We hate the point that we have to go to that job and get paid pennies, and we give them so much. A lot of us don't know how we were actually put in that situation. We somehow took the first thing that came to us because we had to support our family, we had to support ourselves. We wanted to move out of the mom and dad's house because you're not a man or a woman if you still live at your house. We think this. So whatever it is, we got at our jobs. I mean, we made it to our jobs and we started buying cars, started buying houses, and we got to pay your bills. Now, a lot of us are in a situation where we can't afford to leave the job and pursue our dream because we're stuck financially. Because we have kids in the way, kids need diapers, we want to get in sports. So now I'm just this unhappy dude or woman that is just going through the motions with dreams, but then I'm too tired to pursue those dreams after I get off work. I'm so sick of it. I can't do it. I mean, when I get off work, I'm so tired. I don't have time to read. I don't have time to work out. I don't have time for these things. Does this conversation sound somewhat familiar? And you've been having this same conversation for years. But yet, you've talked about it, but you didn't know where to start. It's frustrating you. It's causing a strain in your marriage. It's causing a strain of who you really are. Because really you that musician that could be like Miles Davis, or that speaker that could be like Les Brown, or that business person that could have a company the size of Apple or Microsoft, or you're the next person that creates the app. The next, I don't know. But you're more than what you're currently doing right now. But I don't like to just give the problem. I like to give somewhat of a solution. And here's somewhat of the solution. The first thing you got to do is be patient. Now, I know you've been telling yourself that. You've been hearing it from everybody else. You got to be patient. Let me tell you something. For 14 years, traveling all over the United States, Southern Asia, being in places I didn't want to be in, sleeping in Nepal with a freaking propane tank as the heater right beside your bed, and you're waking up in the middle of the night thinking that this thing is going to explode. But you do it because you have to do it. You do things because you have to do it, and you just say, when is my time going to come? When is it going to be where I can just wake up and there's $10,000 a month coming in religiously? We've had these conversations. But let me tell you something, what I've learned in life and going through the struggle and going through these things. You got to do it every day. You got to do it every day. The guy or girl that keeps going to the gym, starting to work out, stopping to work out, starting to work out, stopping to work out, going for 2 weeks, stopping it, doing supplements, stopping them. And then when they go, they're the ones that go to the party, because the ones that are fit, they don't talk about working out. Because who they are speaks for itself. You can see those veins bulging out of those shirts. The chest, you can see the heart beating in the chest because it's like it's attached to the muscle. Male or female. They don't have to say anything. They show up. And then you start talking like, oh, look at this person trying to be all this and that. That's all our negative hate coming out for ourselves. And we can't help it. We just keep spinning. Oh, look at this person. Or then we go up and we do a positive thing. We say, so what are you doing? What workout are you doing? And we know what to do. A lot of the times, we know what to do. Doing it is the hardest part. We've read the hundreds of books. Doing it is the hardest part, because one thing we're not understanding is this. Hear me out on this one. Doing it is the hardest part. It's easy to pick up a book and read 100 books a year. That's easy. You can develop speed reading, get in a quiet place and read and absorb words. You can get that. But until you have the bravery to get off of your butt and make it happen, when you have no signs of whether or not success is going to happen, that takes the real power. And that's where we suck at. So we've watched hundreds and hundreds of videos. Some of you even watched thousands of videos on YouTube, and we're still stuck in the same place. But I'm going to tell you right now, until we do some real eternal work on ourselves, and when I say eternal, I mean take it back to childhood. When our self-esteem was beat down in high school, junior high, we didn't get the girls we wanted. The guys thought we were ugly ducklings, if you're female. We had bad grades. Some of us were put in special ed. Some of us were afraid to go to college because we did so bad in high school. We've taken mediocre jobs because we felt that we couldn't do higher jobs, so we never applied for them. Dad was an alcoholic. Mom was a drug addict. Grew up in a single-family home. Mom lived with your grandparents. You grew up with your grandparents. I mean, this thing goes deep. And some of those things you think, oh, I'm an adult now, I can do it. No, those things are causing you to react the way it is. Those things are causing you to look at that bodybuilder and get jealous. To not believe in your wife or your husband or whatever. You know, there was a question that came up and someone said, hey, I would like to reach out to that person. How do I do it? And the person happened to be, a national brand. I said, you construct a message and you press send. But the fact that this person was such large character and, not large character, but I mean of, a presence all over the world, it's intimidating. Because you haven't developed yourself to understand that you got to step outside that box to do it. So my suggestion is you should join a mastermind. You should join my mastermind. Now, you may say, I don't need to join no mastermind. Let me tell you something. You need someone to tell you you suck. And you need to be able to accept that. Because until you really look in the mirror and know that you suck, you're going to suck for the rest of your life. You see, some of us walk around with this pride. We think that we don't want nobody to tell us we're wrong. We think we're big, like, oh, I'm a big guy. I don't have to work out. I have genetics. No, you have to work out. Michael Jordan had to practice basketball. I'm sure he wished he could have just jumped out of the bed and not practiced, but he had to put the time in. Kobe Bryant had to put the time in. That's just what it is, people. So whatever your niche is, you're going to have to put the time in, and you're going to have to be consistent, and somebody's going to have to beat you over the head to say it's time to be consistent. Last week you said you were doing this. This week I haven't seen you. What are you doing this week? I have gotten to the habit, and I want you to hear this. This is the most important, I'm going to let you go, most important part. Where if I don't work out almost every day, I feel like I'm a piece of trash. I am no longer having a conversation with myself. I got to work out today. I really don't feel like working out today, but I got to do it. I don't feel like doing it, but I got to do it. Man, if if I can just lay in this bed for 30 more minutes, oh, I don't want to work out today. No. The conversation I have with me is I have about 1 hour to get all my rituals together, affirmations, journaling, what I'm going to do for the day, meditation, prayer, get all those out of the way so I can be at that gym with a smile on my face. And when I grab those weights and I bring them down and I feel my muscles contracting, that is a good day. And I'm starting my day off great. And that's how you should do it, people. So thank you again for subscribing to this email list. I'm going to give you the real powerful information that we all need in order to succeed, and we're going to do it together. I am always a student. I don't look at myself as knowing everything, and I don't. And if I don't know something, people, I will get back with you once I find out. To me, that's what life is. I don't want you to look at me as no expert. I want you to look at me as your partner, not marriage partner or anything like that, but your partner in your success. The guy that sits back there and says, you can do it. You can do it. That's what I want you to look at me as. Nothing more, nothing less. And if you want to join the mastermind, I'm going to put the link in below. The price that you may see now may not always be the price. So if you see a lower price on there, I urge you to let it go. And one thing I want to say that we have been incorporating is we do morning calls where we kind of talk about strategies that we can put in our brand through social media. We talk about things that are bothering us just to kind of get the day flowing and the juices flowing, and we record those calls. We don't do it every day, but I'll put a post up and say, hey, can we talk in the morning? And then some people come in and say, hey, I'm ready to talk. And it helps. To have somebody you can bounce your ideas off of and talk to and get things going is a great thing. So with that said, guys, thank you. And until next time, signing off.